It is the most expensive meal in the history of human civilization. 2 large Papa John's pizzas. Peppers, onions, sausage, mushrooms, extra toppings on the side, worth $1,262 million. And the man who paid for them, he has no regrets. This is the story of Laszlo Hanyecz. The year is 2009. The global financial system has just collapsed. Banks are being bailed out. Mortgages are underwater. Millions are losing jobs. And somewhere in a quiet corner of the internet, a mysterious figure going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto publishes 9 pages that will change money forever. He calls it Bitcoin, a digital currency with no central bank, no government, no middleman. Almost nobody notices. But Laszlo Hanyecz does. He is a programmer living in Jacksonville, Florida. He downloads the software, he starts mining, and in those early days when Bitcoin has no price, no market, no value anyone could measure, Laszlo mines thousands of coins. Thousands of them, every single day. But here is the problem with thousands of coins that are worth nothing. They feel like nothing. So on the 18th of May 2010, a Tuesday, Laszlo sits at his computer and types a post on the Bitcoin Talk forum. He writes, "I'll pay 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple of pizzas, like maybe 2 large ones, so I have some left over for the next day. I like having leftover pizza to nibble on later." At the time, those 10,000 Bitcoin are worth $41. He just wants to prove that this strange digital money can buy something real. For 4 days, nobody responds. Then, on the 22nd of May 2010, a 19-year-old student named Jeremy Sturdivant sees the post. He accepts the deal. He picks up his phone, he orders 2 large Papa John's pizzas and has them delivered to Laszlo's home in Jacksonville, Florida. And Laszlo sends the payment. 10,000 Bitcoin. The transaction confirms. Laszlo takes a photo of the pizzas. He posts it online. He writes, "I was winning the internet that day. My hobby just bought me dinner." He has no idea what he has just done. Because the 22nd of May 2010 is not just the day a man bought pizza. It is the day Bitcoin became real money. What happened next is the kind of thing that keeps investors awake at night. In 2011, 1 year later, 1 Bitcoin crosses $1. Those 10,000 coins now worth $10,000. By 2013, Bitcoin hits $1,000. The pizzas are now worth $10 million. By 2017, Bitcoin reaches $20,000, $200 million for 2 Papa John's pizzas. By 2021, Bitcoin hits $69,000, $690 million. And then, in October 2025, Bitcoin reaches its all-time high of $126,200 per coin. 10,000 Bitcoin. $1,262 million for 2 pizzas. Delivered on a Tuesday in 2010, Jeremy Sturdivant, the teenager who ordered the pizzas, received the 10,000 Bitcoin that day. He used the money to travel, he spent his coins early, he too did not hold. And Laszlo, he kept buying pizza with Bitcoin. Not once, not twice. Records from his wallet show that by August 2010, just 3 months later, Laszlo had spent over 81,000 Bitcoin in total. At today's prices, that is over $8 billion. In pizza, when asked if he regrets it, Laszlo gave an answer that stopped people cold. "I don't think anyone could have known it would take off like this," he said. "It was a great deal at the time." If this story is making your jaw drop right now, hit that like button. Seriously, it takes 1 second and it helps this channel more than you know. And if you want more stories like this every single week, subscribe. Now let's talk about what Laszlo's pizza can actually teach us about money. Lesson 1. You cannot value what you do not understand. Laszlo was not stupid. He was brilliant. He built the GPU mining system that made Bitcoin what it is today. Satoshi Nakamoto himself contacted him about it. But in 2010, Laszlo saw Bitcoin as a hobby, as an experiment, as free digital coins that cost nothing to make and were worth nothing to the world. He could not see what he was holding because nobody has shown him what it could become. The lesson? When something is genuinely new and genuinely scarce, you cannot price it by what it costs to make. You have to ask what it could become if it works. The price of Bitcoin in 2010 was $41. Its potential value? Over $1 trillion. Those two numbers have almost nothing to do with each other. Lesson 2. Time is the single most powerful financial force on Earth, and most people spend it like Laszlo spent his Bitcoin. Laszlo could have held 10,000 Bitcoin for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. He didn't because waiting felt pointless when the coins seemed worthless today. This is the trap that catches almost every investor. We sell when the short term looks flat, we spend when holding feels boring, and then years later we watch from the outside as the thing we let go becomes extraordinary. Patience is not passive. It is the hardest, most profitable skill in finance, and almost nobody practices it long enough. Lesson 3, and this one stays with you. Every financial decision you make has a hidden cost that never shows up on the receipt. Laszlo paid $41 for 2 pizzas. The receipt said $41. The real cost was $1.26 billion. That gap between what something costs today and what it costs you tomorrow is called opportunity cost. And most people never calculate it. They see today's price tag. They never see the future one. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar that cannot compound. Every asset you sell too early is a position that cannot grow. The question to ask before every financial decision is not just, what does this cost me now? It is, what could this cost me later? Laszlo Hanyecz bought pizza with Bitcoin, and in doing so, he accidentally taught the world the most expensive financial lesson ever recorded. May 22nd is now Bitcoin Pizza Day. Celebrated every year, around the world. And somewhere out there, Laszlo Hanyecz is probably having pizza, hopefully paying cash. Not financial advice, but maybe hold your Bitcoin a little longer than you planned. Subscribe for more stories like this. I'll see you in the next one.